allow me to introduce myself and how we began a world called Technocraft. I go by Gennitek, and I am so excited as I have wanted to start the series for quite some time, and I'm telling you of how I became a Minecraft player, so let's get
How are
started.
you?
I'm doing good, how about yourself?
That's great to hear. I am doing well. Thank you for asking.
So, let our audience know on how we became a server, Technocraft.
Indeed, I am here with a fellow co-founder of Teknocraft, Gennitek.
And I'm with
Ever
Peculiar Lamp.
since, mhm, ever since the time of COVID in 2020, I had begged her to play Minecraft. When she agreed, Season 1 of Technocraft was born. Oh, hi, Mr. Skeleton. You want to join in the shot as well? Yeah, it looks like that
He's
you
got
aren't.
problems of his own.
Yeah.
Bye bye, little friend.
Bye bye. Looks like the sun had a bone to pick with you.
Sure did.
Uh
But
huh.
you had begged me for like how long to play? Quite a
Eh,
while.
years. Indeed.
So, COVID finally hit, and I was sitting there, and you were practically begging me to download it. And so we started on Bedrock, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we started on Bedrock, but now we are on Java because later on we will explain that in episode 2.
Right. So you had completely begged me to download it. So we were on Bedrock and um, we started this world. And what else happened?
We started on this world and also was trying to teach Genetech here on how to play Minecraft.
Right. Because I
So
was
at first it was going to be a survival multiplayer world, but then we decided to tinker within creative as well.
just to get me used to like the different blocks and things like that because I was not familiar with, completely on what the actual aspect of the SMP was. So I had to learn what the blocks were, just to kind of like learn how to build, get used to the
Mhm.
controls. And we started this as a world for me and her and a few of her other um, little friends that, joined along a little bit, but they didn't understand that I had just now been introduced to the world of Minecraft. So, and then what else?
And after all of that, we decided to whitelist after a couple of spiels happened.
Yeah, because right where we're standing is initially the spawn point, but however, we had a different one, which was kind of like our starting village. Do you want to go ahead and go over there so that way we can kind of show it off a little bit and discuss?
Yeah, we can definitely go over there. I'll follow you, Genetech.
Thanks. And then we'll come back over here and kind of discuss a little bit about some of the builds, but so since we are in this mode, let's just go ahead and fly over there so that way we can kind of get a bird's eye view.
Indeed.
Since it's
I
kind of
believe I can fly.
very easier to see it this way because we've not visited this world in such a long time. So whenever we got started, we basically were here because this is where the world led us to. And right where I'm standing was my very, very first base. It was a log cabin and it was 2 stories and we had a basement. And so someone who joined made this their own little lair, as you can tell. There's just some different secret aspects of it, so we went ahead and let them live down here, and I stayed up here. And then right across the street from me was Peck's area, so we can
Yep,
take you over there.
this is my little abode. Oh, it looks like that some things have been taken.
She called this her like warehouse, as it were.
Yeah, it was a little warehouse and stuff like that, and my bed and everything else.
So this is like our very start point, like our starting village. This was kind of what we had built up. Since this was my base, this was her food truck. This was my starting warehouse, our storage room right here. And then we just kind of built it up as we went. This was my starter mining area to begin with. Very nostalgic seeing that. Yeah, and then we had a few of her friends along the way and they started building up around it. Go ahead.
Yeah, this creation here is just what someone called a potato tower.
hmm And right
And
here was our
then
very first game. It was a target game.
could have gotten a bow and arrow and shoot at that target, and the whole entire pillar will light up, and fireworks will go out if the bullseye was hit.
And we had us a
Little saloon.
little saloon here to kind of toy around with. It was hilarious because we were all up here, just kind of like bouncy all over the place at times.
The upstairs balcony.
I forgot completely about that.
Yeah, there's an upstairs balcony.
There we are.
Little area bit.
Mm-hmm. Y'all remember that one time you caught me with a fishing pole and put me in jail?
For some reason, don't know why.
And I believe I was stuck up in here
Yeah, around here in this little box.
in this box. And they didn't let me out for a while, but that was okay. That was very fun. It was my first capture ever. And
Here's
then,
another base.
mhm,
Used to be owned by a duck-like figure.
yep, and a creative.
Yeah, a lot of creative shenanigans happened as well.
A lot, a lot. And then we kind of expanded on out because we needed our first area as far as our little city. And so this was a potato store. Perfect potatoes.
Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick 'em in a stew.
And then we had a hotel for people who were traveling far. They could come over here and get a bed for the night.
Yeah, this hotel was helpful for beginning players,
Yep.
just so they can have a place to rest.
In our first villager hall. And just to let you know how very primitive I began, it was like catching or just like throwing an egg of each profession. So in some villager halls, of course we say, oh yeah, you need a few of them so then that way you can keep trading off and gain experience points and things like that. I did not know that, as it were. I just thought that one was good enough, and I probably only had maybe one librarian, but little do we know, there is so many more books that you can get from a librarian. So it was only one. It wasn't like it was like the whole library. Like I didn't know a whole lot about mending, unbreaking, impaling, things like that. So it was just the one book that I thought that, we had. So this was the very primitive villager hall, as it were.
Right. And then a couple of other shops. Ah, this is Light Industries. Used to be my shop. Used to sell lights, any light sources that a person wanted, they can come to me.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
And then we kind of gravitated down here to some of the other places that we created. This was our information center. Um, nope, the map is gone.
Yeah, it's due to the fact of converting to Java from Bedrock. So
we
there are some things missing because due to the parities.
we had our rules, which still apply, and then there used to be like a little job board here. But yeah, this is our information center. We tried to.
Yeah, the very first information center.
Mm-hmm.
There's another information center.
At least on the server. But yeah, we
Hmm.
have um clothing store. I found out leather workers made clothes, and we kept armor in here, and it's just, yeah, some of it's gone, but yeah, this is what this looked like, and I think I had something to do with this, building wise. Didn't do too bad for
Not
a
at
beginner.
all.
I kind of, I did a little bit of homework as far as how to make it look good. Our
Right.
our first PvP arena.
Little boxing range.
Yep.
Now it's just an animal pen.
And then Peck's restaurant. This right here was really, really creative.
The Alfretonia Pizza Parlor. Here's all the ins and outs. Oh yeah, there's string here to keep the concrete powder up.
Very
This
pretty.
item frame right here is just upside down for some reason. Let's just fix you. Ah, we can deal with that later. But I just grabbed myself some pizza.
But this, in a nutshell, is a village in itself. Starter village, anyways.
Yeah.
So then, after the whole shenanigans of losing my very first base, Peck was so generous in building me a brand new one.
Yep. In a modern-esque type style. In Gennitek style as well.
In a very Genetech sort of way. Love the modern to go with it. And so let's go in
Take a peek.
and take a peek. Oh, side table, couch,
Fireplace.
fireplace. It looks like this is backwards. This is funny how it all loads in. Fireplace,
Right.
another side table, my birds, And then she went ahead and made me a
DJ booth.
DJ booth for my music box.
Ah, there's still some music in here. Let's go for Cat, the OG.
My kitchen.
With a grand island.
My living room. Oh. It's so funny that some of these are just like all messed up. But that's okay. Not been here in a while. Oh, look. What in the world?
Oh, it's a nice feature.
Mm-hmm. This was my couch. I had a TV up there. Gone, I'm sure, but that's okay.
Wasn't there a fighting scene on
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've forgotten who won.
Uh-oh.
I'm doing a little bit of parkour. Parkour. Oh! You dropped. Yep, there you go. Enchanting area.
My huge library. Yep. Bedroom. My tub. My shower.
I wonder if it still works. Due to bedrock redstone. Nope,
No.
it doesn't.
And then my sink was here.
A floating button.
What used to be the toilet. Yeah. This is my
Whee!
first base, I guess you would say.
It's practically a little bit like a mega base.
Yeah, my first
Well, it
mega
was.
base.
Yeah, it was mega at the time.
And then you went downstairs and it had my huge command center, I guess you would say. Like I had a map of my area right here. Couple armor stands over here. Huge, what I thought was huge storage area because that was a nice upgrade than from what I had from before, but that was okay. And yeah, everything was linked up, but yeah, she surprised me with this one too. I kind of helped
Indeed.
ish. But yeah, design was totally her. She knows the colors I like, so she went with it.
Yep.
So
Purple and magenta.
that was that while we were over here, and then we showed you what our starter village was like. Go ahead and fly over here. That was a
Fly away your
little
glory.
shortcut from there. Passing through bases. And then over here was another base. But since then that's been removed.
Didn't a pig used to
Mm-hmm.
live here?
Yep. And then we had our first industrial area.
Yeah, it was a work in progress at the time, but it still is. Kinda.
It was just like as, billed as whoever came over to put their farms in here. My first farms.
Yeah, and they
Bamboo.
don't work because they used to be zero tick farms, which they sadly removed.
Bamboo, and then this was the sugar cane, and then this one right here was
That
our
kind of works.
concrete. And if I'm not mistaken, that concrete thing right there is how you made the mega base.
Yeah.
Because we did it.
Wasn't this one of your first redstone contraptions though?
Hmm.
Like I was impressed that you knew kinda what a bud switch was without even knowing one. Just figured it out yourself.
A little bit, yeah. Like you did like another one, like off on the side, and then I built this one after the fact because we were
Right.
moving some stuff around. So, yeah, this is our first industrial area. I think right here led to a um, skeleton spawner, I do believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then as we gravitated, Peck one day was like, "Oh hey, oh look, it's a chicken farm."
Squirrel.
Yep, squirrel. Peck one day was like, "Oh hey, this is what I don't want you to do. I don't want you to get on the game for a few days." And I was like, "What? Why?" "Oh, just because. Just don't get on the game for a couple days." And